Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to do the Lord's work. I'm going to give you 1 second to do the Lord's work. What is the Lord's work? The Lord's work is to subscribe, like, share, spread the word, spread the love. It costs absolutely nothing. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel so that it can grow. I'm sharing some information that is very important, and it could be helpful to you, your cousin, your sister, your brother, your uncle. So please do the Lord's work. So I'm just giving you a second to do the Lord's work. Subscribed, right? Okay guys, so I'm just here to vent today. I feel like I should vent. I'm a property investor. I believe in investing in property, and because property appreciates, so it's something that I think is gonna help me in the long run. It's gonna help my kids, the future generation. So yeah, I decided to really invest in property, and I still wanna buy more properties. Yeah, but there are a lot of challenges when you have properties, right? So I used to work in China and I saved quite a bit. So I decided to buy a property in Pretoria. So I bought it cash. That was fine. Like if you buy property cash, it's not that challenging, right? It's not that bad. You can even get some profit from it. So I've got that property in Pretoria. I've got tenants living there. The property is actually in Neck, close to Sunnyside. I've got my tenants living there. You have challenges with your tenants. You have challenges with your finances. You have challenges with a lot of things, and luckily for me, I've got my sister who's helping me manage it while I'm abroad. She's helping me to manage the Pretoria one. So the first things first, you will have challenges with your tenants. They will tell you that they have different problems, especially my Pretorian tenants. They have a lot of issues. So sometimes, they used to give me money, like they used to give me the whole amount of money, right? So they pay like 5,000 rents every month. So they are actually foreigners. They are not from South Africa. They are not South Africans. I found them there, and I didn't chase them away, or I didn't look for other tenants, because that property still need to be renovated, and they are comfortable living in that property. They are comfortable destroying the tiles and everything. So I was like, I'm gonna save up money and renovate this property. Is something that I'm still working on. I haven't done it yet. Hopefully next year I'll start with this project of just renovating that property so I can charge more rent. So yeah, they're still paying the same rent that they used to pay when I found them, which is okay, because now I bought it cash, and after that I have to pay for levies, right? So these are the important things that you need to look at. You have to pay for levies every month. So depending where the property is, some levies are higher than the other. So they are paying 5,000 rents. I am paying levies for about 2.6. So I'm left with 2,400. That is my take home. So I can take that money, save it up, and buy another property, right? So I decided to buy another property in Midrand. Bonaveli is very close to Mall of Africa. It's actually a walking distance. But this one, I didn't buy it cash. I took it on mortgage. So I saved up about 20,000 rent for deposit, right? It's very easy to buy property. I saved up that money. Within a period of time, I decided to buy it, and you have to send your statements. It's a lengthy process. Buying property cash is actually faster and less stressful, but when you use a mortgage, you must find an agent that will submit your documents to FNB, ABSA, try to ask for that loan. So I got one for ABSA, but it was like they wanted me to pay a lot of money first. Like I don't remember, but I had to pay a certain amount of money, and they were gonna cover a certain amount. And then Standard Bank, they just said no from the word go, like no, 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 no. And then I'm banking with FNB. So FNB, they agreed to give me a loan, and the interest rate also, it was very crazy because it's like 11%. We tried to negotiate to bring it down, but they said no, this is where we stand. Then yeah, the interest rate is really crazy. So yeah, these are some of the things that people don't tell you about property. You get into it and you learn. You learn the hard way. This is like, I also felt like it's a research that I should have done on my side, and I didn't. I did have certain information on certain things because my sister is invested in property, so I'm actually like looking up to her, following her footsteps. So yeah, she did feed me with a lot of information, but some of the information somehow gets left out, right? So I got that property and my loan was approved. I was so happy. I went to Seoul, South African embassy, and I signed lots of documents. Like there are a lot of, like it took me the whole hour to sign and get, like under oath. I have to sign under oath. You cannot sign in your house. You have to sign under oath. So it means I had to take a day off, meaning I had to lose money and spend money to go to Seoul from Busan. Is a long distance, and I lost money for work for that day just to go and sign documents. So I had to do it, and you have to deal with lawyers after that. They want this document, they want that. They'll give you a checklist to fill in your details and stuff like that. So to fill in, to give them documents, to get them certified, whatever. And you are abroad, sometimes it's so hard to get your ID copy certified because you're abroad. So you have to do all of that in South African embassy, or you have to have a lawyer back home that can do that for you. You must pay them something, obviously. Lawyers are about money, nothing for free. So yeah, so I did all of that, and I think the thing that is challenging me right now is, when the payments that I have to pay. I have to, with my Praetorian apartment, I have to pay for my levies, I have to pay for my rates and taxes, and then water and electricity is being paid by the tenants, but I have to pay these monies every month, from the I have to, from the 5,000, I have to pay that, and they will send me an SMS or an email to say, these are your rates and taxes for the month or for 2 months. You are in areas you need to pay quickly, otherwise we are gonna take a legal action against you, like stuff like that, right? So I'm paying for the rates and the levies. The rates are, they are less than 500, but they are more than 300. So yeah, I'm paying for those levies. And then now I have this one for the loan. With the loan, don't even mess around there. I had to pay 7,000 rands every month from my salary. I have to pay it every month for that loan. And what South Africa did, they did austerity. They increased the repo rate. So if the repo rates increase, it means also my loan repayment goes up, because they increased it 2 times this year, right? I didn't even care about repo rates before. It did, but when you have properties, it really affects you. Now I'm paying about 8,100, right, for my repo rate, for that, for because the repo rate increase for my home loan. So I'm paying 8,100 from my salary, right? And now there's a tenant that lives there. So I decided to have an agent because my sister is also hands on her other properties, and she's also helping me with the Praetorian one. She's doing it for free. I don't have to pay her. So but with the one in Midrand, I have to pay an agent. What is the importance of having an agent? An agent will find you an eligible tenant. They'll do a background check on the tenant, check their history, their financial background, and stuff like that. And then they will send you, like, this is the research that I made about the tenant. Do you want the tenant or not? And then if you are happy with the tenant, then she drafts the whole lease agreement. She makes sure that the tenant pays on any issues that the tenant has. They get to tell the agent. Actually, I don't even get to talk to my tenant. The agent is the one who talks to the tenant, and the agents are making life easier because you get your rent on time. If you have an agent, you have to get your rent on time, because even the time I'm getting my rent, the tenant is also receiving her portion. So my tenant in Midrand, she's paying about 6,000 rents. Yeah, I think 6,000 rents. And my tenant, I think out of the 6,000 rents, she's getting 900. So I'm left with 5,100. So out of the 5,100, I have to pay the levies every month. The levies are about 3,000 rents. So I'm left with 2,000. And from the 2,000, I can pay for my loan. So from my salary, I'm taking about I'm taking about uh six 6,000 rands. Actually, let me say, yeah, 6,000 rands. And the tenant is paying. From the tenant's money, I get to add the 2,000 on the 6,000 rand, and be able to pay for my loan repayment. But that's not the only cost. I still have to pay City of Johannesburg municipality, right? I'm paying City of Pretoria. I have to do it also with the City of Johannesburg. They'll send me the statements every month to pay. So I have to pay, is around 300 and something. I still have to pay that. So